Okay, so I was kind of in the middle. I had a bunch of private clients, and I'd been really working very hard because I was building up my private client list. And so I ended up having 20 one-on-one clients, which I don't recommend to anyone, but 20 one-on-one clients. And I was really feeling very burned out. And I had made a lot of money in September, but I was so tired. I was so tired. And I had some clients that, I mean, they were nice people, but they weren't a good fit. And so it was kind of dragging me down, and I needed to kind of like let some things go. And I was just tired, and I needed a better way to do things. And I needed to release some things that were dragging on me because it was keeping me from bigger months. That was where I was before. And actually, we'd been in connection a while. And you had come into, I think you came into my DMs and said, hey, I'm looking for some coaching clients. I was like, I think I'm looking for coaching. So it was kind of one of those things, that people say, don't DM, but you totally DM'd, and I said yes, but I was already sort of warmed up. So I liked it that you were not just a business coach, that you were law of attraction, manifestation. And I felt like I needed that more than the strategy, because my strategy was kind of working, but it was working to the detriment of my health. Okay, so I actually, I didn't get rid of, but I moved some not aligned clients into more of a group program. And I opened up a group program of something that I had just been kind of giving some DMs to people and giving them some advice, and it was really working. And I thought, well, maybe I could put together a short program. And that short program ended up selling, as I sold 40 spots the first time I ran it. So sold 40 spots in it, and people got great results. And so then I sold more spots. And so it kind of was this change of feeling like I had to be on calls all day long to a little bit more of an aligned, where I was teaching 4 times a week, but it wasn't this always on the phone, 20 hours a week, plus sales calls, plus marketing, plus everything else I was doing. It actually ended up to where I allowed myself the time to create a program. So moving some clients that were not aligned to me one-on-one into a group program allowed them to get good results. And it allowed me to kind of maintain the integrity of my container, but also I made more money. And so I scaled from there. So I was making good money in September, but I made really good money in October and November. If you have an unaligned situation, let's say you go into something and you think, man, I just really don't want to do this today. I don't want to do it. I'm not talking about the things that we all have to do. Like, we all need to do content. We all need to do, we have to do our bookkeeping. We have to do our taxes. I'm not talking about those things. I'm talking about, like, if you're thinking about getting on the phone with one more one-on-one client and you literally don't want to do it anymore, that you can allow the universe to open something up for you by letting that go. Like, it's really scary to let it go. It's really scary to say no to an assured client. In fact, I told client this a couple of days ago. She's full, and she had a client that kept pausing. And I'm like, you've gone up on your prices. You need to tell her you're full. And she's like, well, can I do that? And I think, with manifestation, with the law of attraction, there's always something out there that it's almost like you're restricting it anytime you're not in alignment. So the things that I was not in alignment with, I was just like, push through. And as soon as I let those go, it was like the universe opened up. And it was super scary, because I thought, what's going to happen if I don't have 20 clients? How am I going to make it? And actually, as I've gone on, I've set up my business even more to where I'm just taking aligned clients. I went way up on my prices, and I started some group things that were a lot more expensive. And I'm like, it's really fun. Like, I look, even though my client docket's kind of full and things are kind of full this week, it's fun. It's like, I'm looking at it going, no, this is kind of cool. Whereas before I was looking at it going, oh my goodness, I just have no room to breathe. And now I'm excited. I go to my group programs. I'm excited to be there. I signed a couple of clients this past week, and they're like soul client. They like immediately were like, yes, I'll pay in full. And that never would have happened to me in October. Never, without some of the work that I did. So
That's so
I would
amazing.
just suggest, if you're thinking about doing something with manifestation or something with law of attraction, yes, you need action, you need a strategy. But I think that, Nichole's really good with business too. So you don't have to worry that you're not in good hands with strategy, but you have to have the mindset of the universe does have your back. It's going to be okay. And when you release something else is coming, and you can set your business up the way that makes you feel good and still make a lot of money. I would just say that if you're wanting to go up, like let's say you're at six figures or multiple six figures, you're thinking, to yourself, I'm going to go to a million, I'm going to go to a million, I'm going to go to 2 million, I'm going to go to 5 million. You have to be thinking about, what does that person do, right? What does that person do? That person gets help. That person gets help. And so I would say that the law of attraction does not reward women that say yes and then no, or men. If they say yes, then no, right? The universe really does not know what to do with you. So
Yeah.
I always say, if you're getting the intuition, you're thinking to yourself, Nichole, really is making sense to me. I would say yes to yourself and say yes to the investment, because if you say yes to yourself, you're like, yeah, that's so aligned. And you go off and go, oh, I don't know. Right? How would I do that? What would happen? Like that is the most confusing thing, whether you believe in God or you believe in the universe bringing you things. Like it's almost like they don't know what to do. Do I open up the door for her? Do I not? Do I open up the door for her? Do I not? And so nothing happens, right?
Yeah.
And the universe is kind of like a little whisper. Jesus, a little whisper, hey, it's time for you to do something. Your intuition is whispering to you. And if you say yes, then no, then yes, then no. And most people do over and over and over before they invest. I would suggest that you say yes and you take the action steps to make your business happen. Because $1 million business owner has help. They have coaches, they hire people, they get people to help them to the next level. And if you think you're going to get to $1 million by yourself, you're wrong. So just if you're feeling the nudge, right, don't say yes and no. It's either yes or no, right? Make your decision and be good with it. That's what I would say.